What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. Today on the left side here, we have Purrely going up against Tier on the right here. Before we dive into for like, comment, subscribe, post channel a lot. We are on the road to 10K, trying to hit that before the end of the year. Still definitely help us out. We're going to be seeing Tier end up winning the die roll here, and this is not the Tier with the lights worn cards. That is another strategy that has come out lately. But we're going to be seeing just the regular old Tier here. We're going to activate Foolish Burial Goods to dump one of the trap, I would assume. We're going to bring the copy of the Rainbow Bridge of Celebration. This is going to be allowing us to discard a card to also search for the field spell here. You know, wanting to have more access to those Tier names, but actually choosing to go for the Horus card here. So we're going to activate the Horus field spell. That's going to let us also activate and let us search for a copy of the Steady. And we can put one to the bottom of the deck. Most likely going to be that card that we can discard off of the free search off the Rainbow Bridge. We're going to then see the activation of the Steady, sending a copy of the Shuffler here to go for the King Sarcophagus. And we do get that nice little +1. Looks like we have also Sharon as well in the hand. So we're going to see a set one. And then we're going to activate one of the danger cards. Okay. We're going to hit the Sharon here, so we're going to summon out the copy of the Nessie, and then we get to summon. And Sharon cannot activate its effects. I guess we could if we wanted to. We are going to activate the put back. And we summon out a copy of the Garua here. Then we're going to activate the King Sarcophagus, sending the copy of Malicious. So we're going to actually be able to make a rank 6 here. It's going to send a copy of the green one. And Mally is going to be banishing itself to summon. You know, Mally being a 3 can be quite beneficial to the deck. Then we're going to overlay. I'm not quite sure what the 4 is there for. But we're going to go for a Beatrice here. Oh, it's for the Sharon. Okay, they're making sure that they mentioned the Sharon. That makes sense. We're going to see the Steady as well as the Happy summon itself out. And then we're going to go for a copy of the Zombie. They're going to activate the effects. Going to get hit with an Imperm there. And we do have the Beatrice kind of FTK available if we wanted to. We're going to activate the effect, sending the copy of the Garua to draw one and then dump. And we see that hit with the Veiler. We're then going to activate another copy of Nessie. And we hit the Scream, so we get to draw one as well as get Search. And we have a couple link materials if we want to. We're going to activate the Field Spell now, which can let us search for another Tier name, maybe a copy of Havness, to be actually able to play through some of the stuff. We're going for a Rhino Heart as well, yeah. We have not normal summoned yet. We're going to normal summon with the Rhino, activate its effects. That's going to dump the copy of the Havness. And then Havness will be able to fuse using itself as well as the Nessie and the Rhino Heart to go for a copy of the Kaleido Heart. We're going to see the Kaleido Heart as well as the planet pop the Kaleido Heart so we can summon it back out. And dump the Purrely. So now we have all 3 fused names going to activate here. For most likely a Draco Stapelia using the Garua as well as itself. Yeah. Draco Stapelia is really good in this matchup as well, you know, with the Purrely, because you're able to negate their cards completely. But we do see a Purrely as well as a copy of Purrely here. So we're going to see Purrely being normal summon, activating the effect, hitting the double Nib and Ash. Wow. Lots of hand traps here. You're going to see the Sleepy member going to be activated here. They're going to discard another copy of the Lili to summon out the Pure Lili. Then on the summon of it, they're going to activate, and they're going to chain the Dracostapelia, targeting the copy of Purrely, or Pure Lili there. So making it so that they can't get the search, for potentially a My Friend, and then, not being able to actually get that Sleepy memory attached to go for the Baby Noir as well. So we're going to see them then activate the effect of Beatrice, dumping the copy of the Havness, and we're going to be able to put back to make a copy of Mud Dragon here. And this could activate the planet effect to pop the Purrely. Yeah. So we just have one card left in hand. And this is going to be a clear OTK, right? They have Solik as well. They're going to activate talents here to draw 2. Oh, they're trying to see if they want to take it so that they can actually activate the Purrely effect. So they're going to be thinking on that. I mean, if you do take the Predaplanetary Display, I believe it still just gets its effects negated. But they're going to ask here. I'll pull up Dracostapelia. I'm pretty sure it's still negated myself. But, his level of your opponent's monsters that have Predator Plant counters. I guess if you take it, it's only your opponent. It's you that have Predator Plant counters. So it probably won't negate the effects. So they're going to go with it does still negate the effects. And then they're going to be able to take the Kaleidosaur. I guess it's still under your possession, which is in your opponent's field. I guess it's still your card, so it's still... I don't even know. It's not in your possession anymore, but... I don't really know where they go for this. They could go for SP, but SP doesn't really get them anywhere. They're going to go battle phase, attack into the copy of the Beatrice, dealing some damage. I feel like that's probably the worst. You definitely want to hit anything other than that. We do see them go for SP there. And then SP is going to be hitting that copy of the Zombie Vampire. And they just submit defeat there, realize they're not going to have anything. And we draw Ash and Happy. They were thinking about drawing the +2, but it's unfortunately not going to get us there. And it's kind of crazy, to be honest. The sheer power of Tear. How is this deck still playable, to be honest? We did see double hand trapped, and then good hands from the Tear player. Also, with those Nessies being able to hit. And then, of course, we didn't actually see any mills, did we? No, because they got Veilered. Yeah, so I guess we didn't see any mills at all. That's just Aldo's combo. There was no RNG there at all other than the opening hands. But moving on now into Game 2, Purrely will be able to set up a little bit of a bigger board. We'll be able to play with some of those cards going first. Tear is not the deck that really plays those hand traps, but we do have to pay attention to Super Polys and stuff like that they could potentially have in their deck. And maybe some board breakers as well in the forms of Fenrir's or whatever else. And I guess you can say the one Havness is pretty important as well. We could get really lucky and then milling 3 cards there, which could be pretty detrimental, but Purrely overall has a decent matchup if they go first against the deck. Obviously being able to set up a bunch of cards that shuffle back stuff is quite nice, but I guess we shall see if they end up opening it, is the question. Just as they're siding in a bunch of cards, if they open up enough, they can just go for the shuffle back. The Unaffected Noir is quite powerful, but we are seeing a shuffle And then we're going to be seeing the Purrely player choose to go first. Here we see a Purrely in the hand, and we're going to be seeing it activate its effects. Letting us search here for a copy of My Friend. And no Droll on red, which is pretty nice. We're going to activate the field spell and then activate the My Friend. And I do see a Droplet in their hand, though. We're going to pay 500 here to let us search. We're going to see the Sleepy, and the, I think that was Beauty. We're going to see a Roll here. And we do add a Sleepy to the hand. We're then going to activate the Sleepy to summon, I would assume. Sending the copy of the Veiler, summon out the copy of Purrely. And now we have the Purrely effect and perhaps a copy of the Purrely to hit. Let's see, we see Cosmic Street, and we do see a Happy Memory. That's going to be insane there, because now we just don't have to use another copy. We can go for the Baby Noir here, and then we can activate the Happy effect, chain the Noir to be able to attach, and then also be able to activate the effect. And we don't even need to summon anymore. They're going to protect the copy of My Friend. They're going to set the trap here, and no summoning. They're going to set one, and then end phase, they're going to be able to attach another copy of the Sleepy. So now we have a +4 set up, which is quite nice. They also have a set card here, which is also interesting as well. So we're going to see in the standby phase, they're going to get that plus, but they're thinking here. They're going to activate to try to draw 2. And I believe we do see an Ash. So they're going to go up into a copy of the Big Noir here, getting another draw 2. We do see a Cosmic Drawn. They also have My Friend and Street on the field as well. So, if they do get any of those monsters off the field, they'll get a lot of searches here through the copy of Purrely being summoned out most likely, and then also the add back. We see a Shaddoll Fusion being activated there. And they're going to hit that with a copy of Ash. I mean, we see a Scream in the hand as well as a Mothman. So we're going to activate the Scream. I feel like we just don't need to shuffle that back. They're going to normal summon out the copy of Purrely, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Scream. I feel like this you just shuffle back the copy of Scream so it doesn't resolve. But we are going to be seeing a copy of Droplets here, sending a Malicious. That is something that you're going to be seeing when you do play 3 of it there. And they're going to be chaining the copy of Imperm as well as the Noir. Then we're going to go Mothman, discard to draw 1. They're both discarding the copy of... Yeah, we're going to see Cosmic, and then they discard a Lightning Storm there. So they were hoping to draw into a tier monster and then just discard, and they can activate the effect. But unfortunately, it was just not going to be it there. So moving on to Game 3, we're going to be seeing. I mean, Droplets is really good against the Purrely board. But just there, it just wasn't enough, especially when they start getting so much resources. If you end up beating it. And they had the Imperm set as well. So they had kind of multiple shuffle backs, and then, of course, an Imperm on top of that to kind of play through that copy of the Droplets there. Very well played on the hands of the Purrely player. And then, of course, I wonder what they're going to summon with the Shaddoll, though. We saw the Mally in the hand, but maybe they want to dump, a copy of Dragon, and then they probably play Dragon and Beast, but that summons out like a Winda or an App Clone, so that's not really great for us. I don't think App Clone's level 6, so I can't even go for them like that, but maybe you want to dump Dragon or Beast, and then a copy of Mally, or a tier name, and then you put back the tier name and the other card. I don't really know, but definitely a cool card there as a board breaker. And going second, I do love the Shaddoll type fusion effects, Brandon Fusion, Shaddoll Fusion, Ostinato, all these cards I've played in my experience in Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of the decks I've always kind of just gravitated towards, if that makes any sense. I do love my purple cards. But moving on to Game 3, we're going to be seeing Tier going to be able to choose to go first here, most likely. Will Purrely open up those hand traps to stop the tier players, the question, or will they able to go full combo? We do see those horse cards in the deck as well, which helps out a lot, including the field spell, which helps them, have that little bit of consistency. But worse draws. We're going to see Steady send, and they get hit that with a copy of Ash Blossom here. And we have the field spell. That's absolutely just brutal. We're going to activate it, and we can summon back out both copies. That means we can go for the copy of Zombie Vampire, and we can start the mill. Will we see a card? I think we don't, okay. So we're going to be seeing a copy of Purrely, a Shuffler, and then I believe that was a Beast. And we see the Shaddoll Fusion once again. So even in the going first hand, we see Dark Ruler No More, a Ash, a Delicious, and a copy of Purrely there. We kind of want to summon out that copy of Purrely, right? So we're going to be seeing the Purrely activate Shuffle back, making the Garua. It was a Mali, okay. And then Mali's going to be banishing to summon itself out. Then we have a Beatrice line. The Zombie Vampire not have to summon? We're going to go for the Beatrice. Beatrice is going to be able to attach the copy of the Garua to get a search as well as to dump. We're going to dump a copy of the Rainbow Bridge Trap once again to try and get that +2. Then Garua 1, Trap 2. And we get to draw one. We're going to replace the field spell here with a copy of the Planet. Planet can then search. And they used Purrely so far, so. And no normal summon, so probably going for the copy of Rhino Heart once again. Or a Shiren there. So they have a good card in their hand to descend. I wonder what that's going to be. Scream, okay. Then Shiren. Sending the Turtle here. Then we're going to hit Tribute Karma as well as Hollow. And then I don't know what the other card is. A Foolish Burial. And we're going to banish the Tribute Karma, or the whatever it's called, to search for the trap. And get that Solic, okay. And then we banish 5 here. And we do see a copy of Ariel and then a Nessie. Yeah, we're going to be banishing 3 there, leaving the double copies of Ash in the graveyard. One being that Feed Ash. Kind of disgusting. Then Scream going to search for the copy of Crime here. I mean, they are going first, so it kind of just makes sense. We're going to see a set 3 or set 2 and pass. That's wild. We see a Ghost Ogre being drawn. Okay. That'll help the Beatrice line. We see My Friend Purrely. And then that's going to activate paying 5. And it's going to be fine, it looks like. They'll chain the Beatrice here. Probably dumping a Purrely or a Shiren, or a Havness to go for the Fuse, unless we have one in the hand. Well, they did search for the Crime there. So dumping the Havness. We're going to see Happy, and Happy. So maybe trying to go for that Happy OTK here. And then we're going to be seeing the copy of the Havness resolve and putting back. Could you imagine they just go for a copy of Winda here? Oh, they're putting back the Garua and a copy of a Shaddoll card. Oh no, they're putting a Dark. Okay, going for the copy of Draco Sepulga. It did work the first time. I was gonna say they're putting back Garua and a Purrely or a Havness. They can't really go for. But they should have. Or they did have the Winda access if they wanted to. We're going to see Beauty going to activate there. Sending another copy of My Friend. So now we know they have the copy of Happy, and then the Ghost Ogre in the hand. I think that's it. I guess there's one more card unknown for sure. We're going to go for a copy of Purrely. And will we whiff? Here's the question. We're going to activate the effect here. And they let that go through. We see a whiff, a Call by the Grave, Imperm, and a Dark Ruler no more. That is so unfortunate. They're going to go Happy. And we're going to Dracostapelia. And then we're going to Chain Crime, or Sulic here, okay. Then we're going to go Shiren's effect's going to activate here, going for a copy of the Winda. Okay. That's dirty. That's very dirty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just win the game here, all like for sure. You know, they have still the like I guess don't even have the Happy anymore. Or they're gonna purely try to go up with the Happy, okay. And we do go for Typhon here. Typhon effect can bounce the copy of the Winda, or bounce the copy of the Zombie Vampire. Oh, they're going to try to run over the Winda. Interesting. They're going to attack into the copy of Beatrice. Maybe they think they can deal with the Winda next turn. They're going to set one and pass. We're going to draw there. I think they say, like, you have crime, don't you? And they're like, I don't have a tier name in the hand. They have a King Sark there. I mean, we can see the King Sark activate there. Or Foolish Burial Goods. I don't really know what we're going to send. Sending the copy of the Sulic, which can add maybe the Rhino Heart. And like, why aren't we popping is the question with the planet. Like when we shuffle back, we can pop like the field spell, or I guess the My Friend. Where a normal summon with the Rhino Heart activates effects. And then we also activate the Shine. Or, yeah, the Scream, I should say. My bad. Then we're going to dump the copy of Shiren. Then we get to activate Shiren as well as the copy of the Cash tier. We hit a Nessie. Put back Winda and a Shiren for a copy of Mud Dragon here. And we should activate the planet effect to pop the... Probably the... Do you care for the back row, or do you just care for the copy of the Anti-Zeus or Typhon? It doesn't look like they're popping at all, though. Oh, they are going to pop. So they're going to pop the back row here. And that's a copy of... the Happy, okay. They're going to target the Typhon to send. They're going to send a copy of the... Why would you even send that? We're going to summon back both. Then we can go back into the copy of Zombie Vampire. Get to activate the effect once again here, which we are going to be doing. We mill 4. We see more Purrelys, and we're going to summon back out the copy of the Tier Cache. And we get the mill 3. And yeah, I guess mill 4 with the copy of the Hollow. Zombie Vampire attack into the Typhon. We have to attack for Tier Cache as well as the Rhino Heart. We maybe see an SP in the follow-up going to be banishing that copy of My Friend. Yeah, and then we're going to be banishing the My Friend here, leaving them only on 1 or 2 cards in the hand here, with that top deck being 1. And then we're going to go up to another card. We're going to go for a copy of Spring. Spring get us on the Purrely here. Holy. Purrely can then activate the effect, putting back itself as well as the Rhino Heart, and then another copy of the Nessie. We're going to go for the copy of the Kaleido Heart, and we're essentially just sealing the deal here. Just going to pass turn on that. Yeah. That's pretty good. And we see them admit defeat here. They had a copy of the Sleepy and another card. I didn't get to quite see it there, but we see Tier end up taking it with that really cool win to play there. Kind of disgusting that we still have that card in the format, but we do see it. Regardless, hope you enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to see more content like this. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.